Well, this went well. It took me another 60 days to make a video. This is going to be a lot of editing. If you're new here, my name is George. I've been doing jiu-jitsu and traveling for the past 8 years. I decided to document the journey so that I can share it with you. I also love making cinematic content and videos. So if you find these useful, then please hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts and feelings with me. Awesome to have you along for the ride. So sometimes on this channel it's about jiu-jitsu, sometimes it's about traveling, and then sometimes it's about the things in between. Today we're going to talk about minimalism. Now, if you didn't know what minimalism is, today is described as the practice of owning less and having less and wanting less, so that you can leave room in your life for the things that matter the most, but not only the things, the people as well. It originally started as an art movement after World War II, but in modern context, it started with a YouTube movement around 2016, 2017, but also it came to the forefront of culture with the film called Minimalism. This guy and these guys were the people that brought minimalism to the masses. They do an incredibly good job making you think more intentionally about the things that you buy, the things that you own, but minimalism has a PR problem. What I mean by PR problem is I like to describe these folks as California minimalism. If you're in the north of the UK, for an example, you don't necessarily resonate with the idea of not owning two Lexus, packing all your stuff into boxes and then unboxing it as you need it. It's easy to say don't have a walk-in wardrobe if you were ever afforded those things in the first place.
No, we don't have internet at home. We also don't have a television.
The vast majority of the people that work and live in the UK are not super rich. So being able to, in a trendy movement, deprive yourself of things that you were never afforded in the first place sort of doesn't land. Now, the minimalists do have a lot of positive messages around not being in debt, not striving to buy things that you simply cannot keep up with, and also about valuing the people that are in your life over the things that live in your life.
Of course you're broke, because you're stupid.
So besides trashing on California minimalism for the entire video, what can I actually share with you that has worked for me and from following minimalism and being a practicing minimalist for the past 6 years? Well, here are a few things that I can share that might work for you. Be passive towards your possessions. Back when I was in the music industry, I had a lot of very expensive and very nice music gear. Speakers, guitars, microphones, and these are things that I'd saved up for a really long time to finally buy, use, enjoy, and use on projects. But when my circumstances changed, suddenly these items became a point of negativity for me. I'd spent so long trying to acquire them and they cost money to keep in good condition and service, and actually because I was no longer in the music industry, they sort of hung over my head whilst I moved into this new part of my life where they were no longer required. And part of getting rid of these items was accepting that that period of my life was sort of over. And it took me a long time to recognize that I was keeping these items not because I would use them, not because they were valuable to me, but actually because I was clinging on to a part of my life that had ended. When I got rid of those items, that weight was suddenly lifted, and actually I had some money to move on to the next part of my life, which ironically was jiu-jitsu, traveling, and filming videos. Don't confuse what you want with what you need. I love gaming, I love playing PC games, console games, gaming with friends, and I do this to relax, which is crazy because League of Legends is not relaxing.
in League of Legends history.
I know that I don't need a huge gaming rig. I don't need every console under the sun to enjoy hanging out with my friends. This is something where sometimes I'll see somebody have a new game, a new console, and I have to check myself and be like, do you want that or do you need it? That's a really hard muscle to train because as an adult, the barrier to entry, aside money, is you. You're the person that gets to say yes or no, and you're the person that gets to justify those purchases. And it's very easy to let your own internal monologue turn into, yes, you can afford this, yes, you deserve this, yes, hit the buy button.
Do it!
Start with small habits. I used to buy a coffee out every day on the way to my job, on the way back from my job, dinner break of my normal job, and this started to add up. And also, I was highly caffeinated, which is great, by the way. Let's take a caffeine break now. So when I was buying these coffees every day, I sort of decided I should start to evaluate the amount of money that it's costing me and make a decision. You need to find the things that you might be giving yourself a little bit too much slack on and slowly start to make adjustments. Take the wins and the losses as they come. So there might be times where you say, okay, well, I've had an extra coffee out today or this week, but it's fine. The win might be time, it might be money, it might be being better to your overall well-being, but if you start with a small habit change and take that moral win, then you'll find that your life is better for it because it frees you up time, money, or resources to do something else that actually matters to you. Personally, minimalism has helped me become debt-free, but it's also helped me become more intentional with the things that I bring into my life. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.